Alright, well, I'm back. And I'm gonna get straight into Fortnite because yesterday I said I was gonna get a win. And like I said yesterday, I'm gonna get a win. So, yeah, but hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a good day, for real. Genuinely hope you all had a good day. How was your guys' day? Let me know. Let me know how your guys' day was. I genuinely want to know. But yeah, gonna start off with Fortnite because, like I said, I want to get a win. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right. Dude, I'm really glad you asked because yes, I'm still him. I am still him. Real shit. Real shit. Nobody can tell me shit. Like, I'm still him. Regardless of what anybody thinks. Dead ass. Dead ass. Straight up. How you doing, Joel? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. The shop refresh yet? Yeah, it did. Wow. I'm here to get a win. Here to get a win. I really just want one. I like right now. I'm really just going for one. I like might play something else. But what's up? Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good day. Weapons have infinite ammo and increased damage. Bet. That's weird. Just reminded me of something. I should start remembering to do when I go live. Damn. All right. Oh, you're good, man. You do your thing. Do your thing. Whenever I go live, I gotta start remembering to change top chat to live chat. I see your chats now. I see Roach on your wall. I see that. Before I didn't, but now I do. You might just have to change the chat settings. Like, it gives you the option of top chat and live chat. Live chat is the I could see it. I could see it. You just gotta change it from top chat to live chat. You don't have that option? You probably do, you just might have to find it. Check. Welcome back. Welcome back. How's your day going? Mert. Nice. Today was pretty good. Had a very good day. No complaints on my behalf. Other guy left. I think he's gonna have to go. Now he sees where I am. He sees exactly where I am. Damn, come on, dude. Oh. That's okay. That's okay. Big ass chicken. Think so? You really think so? out of there. Alright, where's this last guy? I see him. Never mind, that's not him. Dude, you know what? Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Straight up. Let me try a different mode. Let me try a different mode. It's a skill issue too. Like it's straight. It's like it's a skill issue, dude. Straight up. I play during the week, and I usually do pretty decent. But like during the weekend, like dude, when summertime comes around, when all the kids are out of school, yeah. That'll be something.
What's up, Doc?
I swear, anytime I play during summer, it's physically impossible to win any match, no matter what mode. Why do I have a crown? But yeah, dude, like it's really just a skill issue. I don't. The only time I play this game is when I'm live. So it's not like I've been playing for the last 3 hours and I'm like in the zone. But yeah, dude. Once summertime rolls around and all the kids are out of school and they're at home playing Fortnite, might be a little bit harder to get a win. Might be a little bit harder to get a win. Maybe they're all playing Blitz right now though, so maybe I can get away with getting one in reload. Welcome to the stream, Patino. Excuse me. Oh. Okay, trust in the power of not getting your boss around by women working straight up. Straight up, this guy gets it. This guy knows what's up. Fuck that, I don't do that anymore. even know what that does. I should have grabbed those minis up there too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, get out of here. What does this overdrive grenade do? Is this gonna do damage to me if I use it as a shockwave? Stutter. Maybe it's just loading in the map. I haven't played Reload in a little while. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, hey, I hope everything's alright. For real, I hope everything's alright. What does your neighbor do for a living? Just curious. Wow. What does this do? I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight him. Finally, dude. Now I can get off this fucking game. Only took me 33 minutes though. W. I just had to switch over to reload, I guess. I had the advantage that I was over here. Yeah, he was stuck in the storm, and if I would have just stayed there shooting at him, he would have just kept hitting me more than likely. So I'm like, you know what? He's in the storm. He's in the storm. I'm just gonna let him be stuck in the storm. Get the win that way. And it worked. It worked, so. They're gone. They just got done trying to break into somebody's house and then they just left. That does not sound like something cops would do. They don't just give up like that if they're trying to break in. If they're trying to kick in someone's door, they're gonna kick in that door. They searched the house and like, well, I wonder what they're looking for then. play some Counter-Strike. I'm good on the Fortnite for now. I gotta win. That's what I wanted to do. Mission accomplished. Because realistically, I'm still him, and that's not going to change anytime soon. He's going to get a win regardless. Just a matter of when. I'm really him. I'm really him.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. But no, if that genuinely did happen, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe. It's just hard to tell sometimes in the YouTube chat. I've had people pop in here and like say some dumb shit, so sometimes it's kind of hard for me to tell exactly, but if that did happen, I'm glad you're safe, for real. I had a guy literally fake cancer one time. I'm not mistaken. So it's like, you know, you never know sometimes. I'm probably gonna upload a short during the stream too, maybe at like 9:30 or something. We'll see. Maybe I'll just upload one really quick. I have a lot already. Do you live in a bad neighborhood? Just curious. I heard what you asked. What do they do for a living? I had my headphones on while I was hiding. I think he works at Home Depot, but he's kind of weird and like shady and off-putting. Oh yeah, then he's probably... Yeah. Also, welcome to the Discord server. I'm gonna assume that's you. Welcome to the Discord server, man. Welcome, welcome. Also, just out of pure curiosity, and I don't ask this to be weird, how old are you? Because there'll be times where I'll have like really young people pop into my chat, and I really don't want like super young people in my, like I've had 10-year-olds pop in the chat before, and it's like, why are you even on here? Like why do you even have access to the internet right now? But I'm gonna assume that you're not a child, so okay, good. No, you're good then. You're good. I just I don't like when there's no, I'm talking like just kids that shouldn't be on YouTube. But I think I'm gonna upload a short really quick. No, you're good. The fact that you can have an intelligent conversation in chat is a good, that's, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna upload a short really quick. Let me see what I have in the vault. Let me see what I have in my vault of absolute bangers. Absolute bangers. Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute this for a second. Alright, we're uploading this one. Why couldn't they have taught me how to do my taxes? Straight up. Should have taught me how to do my taxes. I'll be the first viewer trust. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that like button. I'm gonna upload it to Instagram too. Try to make the title I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'm just like getting the description. Bada bang, bada boom. Throw the tags in here. Right, change the thumbnail. Not, I mean, change the picture that gets displayed. All right. That's ready. Next, next, next. Public. Let me throw this on Instagram quick. I really should, like, from dropping on my stream, then probably, yeah. Speak the get the monetization back time. Crazy. All right. Right, there's the music back. It's just silent here. Also, it's posted on YouTube. It's posted on YouTube. All right, posting to Instagram. Liked, commented, and first viewed. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Do you really enjoy the content? Do you really enjoy my content, Amethyst? Do you? Do you see that I'm speaking facts? Do you see that I really speak facts on here? No, for real. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Because a lot of my shorts, I mean, I don't even really need to explain this anymore, honestly. Some people don't always get the big picture from the shorts. I get a lot of, like, it's like the point of what I'm saying goes right over people's heads sometimes. Or maybe they're bothered at the fact that what I'm saying is facts and the truth hurts. So it like kind of bothers them, but alright. Back to Counter-Strike, back to Counter-Strike. I want to surf. We got here Utopia, Kepler. This is not. Gotta go in 45 minutes. Oh, you're good, dude. You're good. The streams have been a lot longer recently. I've been going live for like 4 hours, 3-4 hours sometimes. But I don't ever want anybody to feel bad if they can't sit here for the whole stream. Like, you guys got your own lives. Your guys' time is very valuable. And I mean that when I say that. Your guys' time is very valuable. And I don't ever want anybody to feel bad that they can't be in the stream or anything like that. CSGO ramp parkour. Yeah. Surf, this is one of my favorite games. This is one of my favorite games. CSGO ramp parkour. I don't think I've ever heard anybody call it that before. That's funny. I mean, that's kind of what it is, but impressive. Must have just switched over to this map before I done. What about Borderlands? That's a good one. Post a new short on YouTube. I did. It's live right now, or it's posted right now, and it's on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, definitely go drop a like on there too. I think I kind of as of right now, as of this present moment, I'm not really focusing on the TikTok as much. TikTok is a L platform. My content's too good for TikTok, so it is going to Instagram and YouTube right now. TikTok is, and like, dude, don't get me wrong, part of the reason I don't like TikTok is because my posts don't do good on there. But at the same time, it's like, dude, they do good on YouTube and they do good on Instagram. Like, there's been multiple things recently that I'll post. Like, I'll go to my Instagram right now. I'll post a reel to Instagram and it can get 100,000 views, like, in a couple days. No problem. And it'll get like a lot of likes. People will actually enjoy it. I post that same clip over to TikTok and it's just like the most low IQ, like brain rot comments, and like it's L platform. Like literally. I'm not even doing this to try and like I'm not like trying to flex or anything, but like just the fact of the platforms being different. Because my stuff is gonna grow a lot bigger than this. But just gonna read off some of the views. TikTok, they would get like 300, 400, 500 views. Instagram, 23,000, 14,000, 22,000, 190,000, 30,000, 207,000. Like I have 1 million views in the last 30 days on Instagram. TikTok, nada. So I'm just gonna focus on Instagram and YouTube at this point because yeah, it's just my posts are too good for TikTok. Straight up. Not to mention, dude, like if you go to the explore page of TikTok, it's just slop. It's just garbage. It's just garbage, dude. Also, people are, I just want to mention this too. People are more than free to like repost my clips. Like if you want to download my clips or you want to, like, you're free to repost them. But I'm not going to try and make anybody do that. People are going to start doing that anyways. And I'm not going to force anybody to do that, you know? I would like to have a thing set up to where, like, if somebody reposts my clip and it goes, like, it does really good and goes viral, like, I would be more than willing to, pay that person or, like, reward that person somehow, you know what I mean? I just don't have anything like that really set up right now. But, like, for example, if somebody were to repost one of my clips and it went viral, I would want to reimburse that person somehow to show that I'm thankful for that, you know? But, like, I could literally upload a folder just full of clips for people to repost. Like, clips that I've gone through and edited and trimmed, like, ready to go, ready to post. Even ones that they could put their own gameplay over. But it would be up to them to, like, trim it and do all that. I got a whole process down when it comes to clipping at this point. Probably one of the top clippers when it comes to people clipping their own streams. I haven't had anybody to, like, show me how to do it or help me with it, so I just had to figure it all out myself. And I'm glad that it ended up going that way because it's a very useful skill. Very useful skill. Like, I could probably just go off and like be someone's clipper and make money that way, but no. At least not right now. And I know what I'm very confident in my abilities. I also don't have time to be someone's clipper. I got time to be my own clipper.
Impressive.
I'm gonna grind some Schedule 1 tonight too. Straight up. Definitely gonna grind some Schedule 1 tonight. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Schedule 1 is the game where you went off script and made it into it. Not necessarily. They give you the tools to do, I mean, both. I just do a little trolling sometimes. We do a little trolling around here. Schedule 1. I'm almost at the level to where I unlock the revolver in game. I'm progressing pretty quick, actually. Well, I mean, I'm gonna probably use that to, like, defend myself in game when I start having, like, the enemies or the other gang show up. But when it comes to just, like, trolling, I'm more of a baseball bat kind of guy. Like, I'd rather just, like, use a bat because it's funnier. I have a couple clips that I'm probably gonna post from that Schedule 1 playthrough. surf piano. Imagine if it said surf underscore Patino. Patino's own custom surf map. Yeah, no, they added enemies into it. I just haven't, like, when I go back to playing the game, you'll see that I have an objective that says, like, reply to the unknown text message. I'm pretty sure that that's the, like, enemy gang, to where they'll start, like, setting you up and ambushing you and, like, stealing from your dealers. They don't play around. But I'm just kind of, like, not replying to it just so I can not have to worry about that for the time being, or not have to deal with that in game for the time being. So what? Well,
Impressive.
look at that. Look at that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you talking about like making your own content? Is that what you mean? Or are you talking about like re-uploading mine? So I was talking about that earlier. Oh, honestly, it's really a matter of just like trial and error. And I've been streaming for like since high school basically, but I've only started taking it seriously within the last like I made this channel in 2023. And it's taken, by choice, it's taken a little while for me to get things down, I guess. But oh, I don't know it was that easy. It took time to get experience. Experiences. It's really it. What am I trying to say here? Fuck. All right. It took me a while to get the hang of like figuring out how to get high quality clips, how to record the stream and stream at the same time, how to go through a 3-hour-long live stream without spending hours just rewatching it. Like, it's a process. I'm not trying to say that to discourage anybody from doing it, but like, also depends on what you're doing. Like, streaming is my thing. I've chosen to stream, so I had to learn how to, like, my own clipper, how to do all of it myself. I honestly sell a course on how to, like, simply and easily, not easily, but simply, like, stream, clip, and repost all on your own. Not that I would really do that. Not that I really plan on doing it. There's a lot of people out there that sell courses for stuff like that. Bruh. Bruh. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, there's 6 people in here. There's 6 people in here. Open my window. Get some of that fresh nighttime air in here. In the midnight hour, try more. With a rebel yell. You cry, mo. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone get your information? Who never thought you'd be better? Turning the screw than me. Do it for my life. Get my junction break. My piston first. Oh, the mechanics. Fuck, I'm fumbling this reply. Okay, delete. As you commented, make the clip longer. Would love to hear you expand on it. All right. There. When I was listening to a little bit of like old Metallica before I went live. Thank you, Patino. W Patino. Alright, I need to get off. Bless you too, Patino. Straight up, bless you too. I don't even think you sneezed, but God bless you. Yeah, if you're doing it on PC, like if you're doing it on desktop, it's not too confusing. You upload them the same way as you would a normal video. It's just if it's short and it's got that resolution, then it'll be uploaded as a short, you know? Oh, I could do that, yeah, easily. I could do that. I took a little caffeine tablet before I started stream. Took it at 7:30. I have these pouches too, but where'd they go? Yeah, I got these. I really like these grinds pouches. These work really good, but the peach ones they're artificially flavored, and I don't like. I don't like the artificial flavor. So I may or may not just order vanilla and apple, or not vanilla, watermelon and apple ones online, because I can get 6 tins of the 3 apple and 3 watermelon for like $30, and they're fresh and they're naturally flavored. Like, I can tell the difference a lot. Like, I throw one of those in and it works, but like my stomach feels kind of weird. But if I throw in like a sour apple one or like the watermelon one, I don't really have that issue, you know. I like to stay away from like all artificially flavored things too, though, honestly. I like eating, and I just like naturally flavored things, even if the flavor doesn't last long. Like, there will be people who, I guess they just don't like naturally flavored things because they don't last as long, or the flavor isn't as good, or whatever. But it's like, dude, I don't want, like, I would rather have shorter lasting natural flavor instead of longer lasting fake flavor, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Damn. Their apple flavored pouches are really good though. Like, for a naturally flavored caffeine pouch, those are fire. Those are fire. Catching the flies I'm throwing, what do you mean? Nice. You play piano? It'd be cool to learn how to play the Goosebumps theme on piano. There's actually a Megadeth song that I like that has a piano intro to it, and it sounds like something out of Goosebumps. But I play guitar. I kind of put it down recently to focus on other things. I brought it out on the stream yesterday because someone requested it, but nice. For me, it's like if I'm focusing on something, I want to like put 100% of my focus into it, and like if I start playing guitar again, it's gonna take away from what I'm trying to focus on. It's like I gotta channel all of my energy into, I want to channel all of my energy into one specific thing. Like, if I start playing guitar again, then I'm gonna focus on guitar and I'm gonna get really good at it. But it's like make your choice. Make your choice. Guitar or something else. I'll go back to the guitar though. I'll go back to the guitar. I have one that I want to get, actually. I've been looking at this Jackson JS32T King V. It's just a black flying V. Thing looks tough. It's really like it's a really basic, simple looking guitar, but make your choice, red or blue. Yeah. You make the choice, red or blue. You brought it out on stream and it backfired because she booed you and called you lazy. I just didn't want to get the amp hooked up. Honestly. I considered it today too. I literally like I pulled the guitar out and started playing it, and I'm like, okay, well, where am I gonna put the amp? But then I'm like, no. I got other stuff that I want to focus on right now. I will go back to the guitar eventually. I do still have it though. Like, I wanted to go back and make sure that I like still play, and I still got it. I didn't lose it. I still got it. But priorities, you know what I mean? I used to play guitar and I figured out how to play Metallica solos when I was 7. I don't remember which one. I know how to play Metallica is one of the bands that I was learning how to play. I was actually learning how to play Ride the Lightning. I got right up to the part with the spider chord. Which is, it sounds really tough. It sounds really tough. But I like learning how to play Megadeth and like old Metallica. Like Metallica's first album. Just probably one of my favorites when it comes to Metallica. Like 83 Metallica was tough. They were a force to be reckoned with at that time, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. He literally changed his, I made him change his profile picture. Straight up. Straight up. So like, how you talk about? You talk about this guy's in. Yeah. I'm trying not to go back and forth in comments with people anymore though, because it's just not worth my time. Like, I'll reply to a comment if it's like for example, I just replied to a guy's comment before where he said, make the clip longer. I want to hear what you're, like, I want you to elaborate. But I'm like, dude, that's what I do here. The clips are like just short clips to get myself out there and get people to hear what I'm saying, whether it riles them up a little bit or not. And like everything's going to plan. Like every single comment I get is somebody just playing their part in the plan. Straight up. Like I don't even really let comments bother me anymore because it's like you're doing you're doing your job. Thank you for doing your job. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. Thank you for that. I like it. I like it. Isn't that your Discord profile picture too? Welcome to the server, by the way. I don't know if you heard when I said that earlier. Welcome to the server. It's always nice to see new people in there. Have you seen my cat before? I don't know if you've seen my cat before. He makes an appearance on the stream here sometimes. But he's in the Discord server. Valid. That's valid. That's valid. I don't really want to play this map. If it runs like Dookie, then I'm switching to a different one. Lag spike. Switch over to schedule 1. I had to look that up to see what that is. Bassoon? Bassoon? I don't think I've ever seen that. That is an interesting looking instrument. That is a very interesting looking instrument. Yeah, I've never seen one of those before. Huh. Interesting. I attempted to play the saxophone in like 6th grade once. It didn't work out very well. But yeah. I probably didn't apply myself. I could learn how to play the saxophone now. But back then, didn't have that ambition. Change the background music. What else we got? Sure, go with this. All right, where was I? They both Medusa. before I do that, I'm gonna need another. Thinking the storage unit. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, is schedule 1. You never seen schedule 1? What property should I buy? Maybe I should just go all out and just buy like one of the big ones first instead of going for one of the small ones. All good. All good. I hope you have a good night, man. Alright, let's see. Bungalow is 6K. The barn is 25. Sounds good. Sounds good. I will remember you. I remember like all my chatters. So all my consistent chatters, that is. Bungalow or storage? Let me get the storage unit first. Okay, so I need 4K. My account. Deposit. Okay, now I need to buy a chemistry station, a lab oven, acid and phosphorus. But first, Patino saw that. Snatch that crown. Oh, that shit. Come with me. You're gonna sit in there. I don't really got any room for his throne over here. You just. base of the warehouse. Is that over here? The west base of the warehouse. It's like over there. Base of the warehouse. Not really seeing. I'm gonna look this up. Base of the warehouse. Hidden behind a green dumpster. Brother, what? Oh, it's talking about the other warehouse. That's not ideal. Are you kidding me? What did I lose? 150 bucks? Okay, whatever. Whatever, dude. Ain't shit. Okay, can I, like, go home, though? Or are you guys gonna stay on my ass? Brother, are you kidding me? What the fuck was that? Even, bro, what? Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. That's probably a good idea. So I can only get the low grade stuff right now. Mistake. I gotta get to Hustlers 3. Still slumped. Right. Music suddenly got. I like it though. I like it though. I'm vibing with it. Hopefully you guys are vibing with it too. You know? Hope you guys are having a good night. For real. It's not gonna let me do it again. Oh, I wonder why my frame rate is so low in this game when I don't have that issue with like any other game, especially one that's like this. I'm wondering if there's something that I can delete from all my previous mods that'll make it run better. Because, like, I go in the motel and it shoots up to like 120 FPS, and then I walk outside and it dips down to 48, and I don't even have any mods installed. So it's like, what's going on here? Pretty good. Pretty good. Currently trying to figure out how I can get more frames in this game because it's so all over the place. Like, I walk in the motel right here. 110 FPS. Perfectly fine. I walk out and it dips down to like 50. I don't get it. Especially considering how my PC is more than capable of running this game. But other than that, it's all good. It's all good. How's your day going? How's your night going? What? What? Well, hopefully it's going good. Hopefully it's going good, you know? I gotta dress up as a Star Wars character since it'll be May the 4th. Yeah, that's right. May the 4th may the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Wow. Why do you look so cranky? Would you get hit in the head with a bat or something? Perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Perhaps a little. Perhaps a little. No, yeah, we were talking about instruments. I considered pulling the amp and guitar out earlier today, but I'm just trying to focus all my energy on, like, for the way I look at it, it's like, okay, either I can get back into guitar and I can get really good at it and focus on that, or other things. And I'm currently going with other things, but I will be picking up the guitar again after said things are completed. I also have my eye on a specific guitar that I want to get eventually. It's a Flying V. It's a black Flying V. It's a JS32T King V by Jackson. I need to go to the warehouse and buy some items. Yeah, he did. He did. Right. Acid. Lab oven. Chemistry station. Yeah, and that's really it too, because like as soon as I pull it out and I have it there, it's just like it calls my name. It's like it calls my name. I'm like, oh right, I guess, you know. No, that's one of the reasons why I like kind of put it away in the first place, because it's like, don't get me wrong, I love playing guitar. I was getting really, like, I was learning a lot. I still got it too, like I still got it, but it's just like I don't want to focus on it right now. I know I got other things I want to focus on, and I will go back to it. I started in like March 2023, I think. I would have to go back and look on eBay and see when I ordered my first guitar, but I would say March of 2023. But like, I got to a point where I wasn't really progressing much with it. So then I got an electric guitar, and that's when I started like progressing with it again. I'm gonna hire someone to cook in here for me because I'm not trying to do all that. Start a little garbage corner right here. Has there been any point in your life when you considered another career, even if it was as a kid? Not really, no. Not really. I didn't really have anybody around me growing up to try and, not that this is like an excuse or anything. I didn't really have anybody around me to like influence me in a way of like helping me figure out what I want to do in life. I had to figure out a lot of shit myself. I'm still figuring out a lot myself. I also willingly choose to turn down people who sometimes do try and help me figure things out or help me figure out what I want to do with my life, because it's like they don't really know my true goals and intentions. Honestly, they weren't, they were present but not sober. most of the time. They were present, but not sober. I mean, my dad wasn't as present. And my mom was. And my mom basically raised me. But alcohol has been a big problem in my family growing up. Straight up. So... yeah. But my mom raised me, though. I love my mom. But I'm at a point now where I'm really just like, yeah, I still live at home, but I'm really getting to the point where I'm becoming self-sufficient and getting to the point where I can go get my own place and just, like, not... and just kind of distance myself, I guess. And just... and not even in a bad way, but, like, just be alone, I guess. Figure things out. Figure out life. So I'm guessing that's what influenced your struggles. Some of them. So, I mean, some of them. A lot of instability growing up. A lot of instability. That's for sure. It wasn't until, like, the way I see it, it wasn't until, like, sophomore, junior year of high school where things were, like, stable, mostly stable. Up until then, it was not the greatest. A lot of shit that I had to deal with mentally growing up. And there's a lot of stuff that could still I mean, there's some things that could still affect me if it weren't for the fact that I choose to not let it affect me. Honestly, I choose to be kind of emotionless when it comes to certain things now, just because it's like I can't let it affect me anymore. Straight up, I can't let it affect me anymore, and I'm choosing to not let it affect me. You know? And I really don't mind talking about it. It's just a matter of, like, I don't really want to make anybody, like, feel bad for me or anything. It's not what I wanna. It's not what I want to do. It's just like that's just kind of how it is, you know. Like, I didn't have the greatest childhood, but I also don't hold it against anybody. I don't want to hold it against anybody. It's just like I want to acknowledge it and move on. Like, do what I want with my life. Yeah, things are good now. Things are good now. But when you have stuff like that going on when you're growing up, it definitely isn't. It's not ideal, that's for sure. It's not ideal. You know? I think everyone understands that crap happens and people struggle sometimes. Yeah, it's just... this could easily turn into, like, a tangent for me, but... I don't agree with the way that I used to look at things when it comes to Christianity. I don't think that I should willingly spend my life suffering for, like, no fucking reason at all. Like, especially considering how things were for me growing up. Like, why should I willingly put myself in a position of struggling just so I can, I don't know, it doesn't make sense for me. I'm not, right now I'm not choosing to do that, you know? It's like there are things that I want in life, and I have gotten them, and I am going to keep receiving them. And yeah, like, I guess that's some context as to like part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've changed the way that I've. How is it telling you to keep struggling? For example, one of the verses that comes to mind that people will use is they'll say the whole pick up your cross and follow me, which is like, okay, depending on how you want to explain it, it's like, okay, don't have a very like fulfilling, like they see that as like because in the story he's carrying his cross to death, and it's not a very pleasant experience when it comes to doing that. And yeah, I don't know if that, do you see what I mean there? It just doesn't make sense for me to willingly put myself in a position of like not being and doing what I want to do in life. You know? I don't know if I'm explaining that. I think I get reason Christianity is supposed to be the easy route, is just acting like everyone else, but I think the point you have to struggle for is the bigger reward. Yeah, but it's also like, do you really need to struggle for it? You know, I don't think you really need to struggle for it. I think there's a very easy way of attaining it, and there's a very like, I mean, it's not, it's biblical, you know? Like, let me think for a second. Everything. How do I want to explain this? Because I know exactly what I mean, and I know exactly what I'm trying to say. And it might, you know what? Our imagination and our consciousness is God. And what I mean by that is, you look at literally like every single thing in this room right now and in this house itself was first like somebody imagined it. It started in the human brain with imagination. They thought of it and it became a real thing. That goes for literally everything. Everything that is it, like, besides the earth and like nature and all that itself, everything originally started in the mind of man. Man thought of it, man created it, man manifested it, so to speak. And the reason man has the ability to do that is because every man has Christ in him. Like, for example, every man has an imagination. Every human has an imagination. That imagination, that consciousness is God. It is. God is the creator. Your imagination, your consciousness creates. It took me a little bit to really like understand that and really know what that means. But like, to like this, one of the simple ways I can explain it is like you have like this inner voice, like you have consciousness, like you can think, you have a mind. That mind is a part of God, and everyone has that, you know, like the I am. Like first you're conscious, first you're like aware of existing, then you're aware of like me, for example. I am aware, and then I'm aware of being a human male, like I am a man. Before that, it's just I am, like you exist. I don't know if what I'm saying is making, like, it makes 100% sense to me, but I don't think I've ever tried to explain that before. But like, it's one of the things that I learned that really, when I first read it, I was like, really, I was trying to avoid it as much as I could, because I really didn't want some of the stuff that I've been learning to interfere with the things that I believed previously. But now it's just like, dude, I can't. It makes sense. It makes complete sense. Like, our imagination and our consciousness is God. It is. That makes sense, but I don't think we have like the power of God with creation, because he's always in control. He chooses to give us imagination and can take it away. That's the thing though, is like, every single thing on earth has been created by a human, because the human has God within him, his mind, his imagination. His consciousness is God. That is why he's able to create things. Like, even saying that, it's like, dude, it makes so much sense. Like, it makes so much sense. Like, yes, God is the creator, but how do I want to word it? Like, for example, you have the Father of the Old Testament, Christ in the New Testament, and then Christ is in everyone. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm still learning about it, but it makes 100% sense to me, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. But one of the things that comes with it is realizing that, like, everything, it comes with realizing that you are in control of, like, your creation, what you create for your life. You can create a lot of bad shit, you can create a lot of good shit. You can be a very negative person, or you can be a very positive person, but it's really all up to you. Alright, so you're saying, since he's the creator of all and the first creator, he's the only one who had that power of creation, and basically, I'm not saying that we ourselves are the creator, but the creator created us and gave us the ability to create. That doesn't mean we are like God himself. It's like God created us, and since we are made in his image, we have the same abilities. Like, for example, a car, like a piece of, just random example, a Lamborghini. If you are a part of the Lamborghini, that doesn't mean you are the Lamborghini, but you are a part of it, and you're as high of quality as the rest of the Lamborghini itself. I don't know if that is a good example, but like, just because, like, you are not that, I think that makes sense. Yeah, like, for example, we as humans don't have, I don't think we have the ability to create a new Earth. But, like, we have the, like, literally everything, like, look around, wherever you're sitting right now, if you look around you, Every single thing that is around you first started in the mind of a human, and then a human created it, a human manifested it. Like this smartphone, this originally started in the mind of a man, and then it became a real thing. Like everything else. Like everything else. You know? And like I said, that was not easy for me to grasp and understand right away. And honestly, I kind of fought against it mentally. But it got to a point of like, no, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. It makes sense. And like when you think of it too, like nobody's really better than anybody, because here's another example. You take a homeless man and you take a rich man. There are no difference in the minds of either of them. For example, you have two magnets. The way that the molecules are arranged in one magnet makes things attract to that magnet. The other one, the way the molecules are arranged in it, makes it push things out or repel things. All you would have to do is change those molecules and that chemical structure in order to have different results. Like for example, that homeless guy he could become that rich guy if he literally just changes his consciousness and he changes his, like he rewires his brain. Like 100%. 100%. That's one of the examples that I heard too, to where I'm like, fuck, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. We all have the same mind. It's just a matter of how yours is wired and how it, like what consciousness you have. You know? Like nobody is like better than anybody. Like we all have the same mind. It's just a matter of how is yours wired? How are your molecules arranged? Are you the magnet that has things arranged in a way that you can attract things? Or are you the opposite, where your molecules are arranged to where you repel things and you push things away? And dude, it makes so much sense. I know I've said that multiple times now, but it's like, damn. I was never taught that at all. Like, if anything, I was taught that that is completely false. But now that now that I think about it and I really like think about it for myself and I study it, it's like, no, that is it. That makes sense. Like when I first read the saying, your consciousness is God, your imagination is God, I was like, no. No. But then I thought about it, I read more, tried to see what the real meaning and the point was, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
He is spitting some real woke ass shit for real, no cap. Spitting facts.
You do have a lot of control in your life, but I also think environment and situations matter. Because let's say two people are with the same motivation, one born into poverty, one born rich. One of them has to work a lot harder than the other to get what he wants. So you have a lot of control. You do have a lot of control in your life. I think environment and situations matter. Let's say two people with the same motivation, one born into poverty, one born rich. One of them has to work a lot harder the other to get what he wants. I mean, I think I see what you mean, but it's still like it still boils down to the fact that you can become that like you can become the rich one if you change your conscious. Like it literally all starts with changing changing your consciousness, changing your way of thinking. Like basically the main point is all change. Like if somebody wants to change, it starts within. It's 100, like it all starts within. Like for example, the two magnets. That one magnet, like you have the magnet that is arranged in a way that it attracts other magnets, and the other one that's arranged in a way that pushes away other ones. That magnet, if its molecules get rearranged, can attract things just like the other one. And with that comes change of environment, change of circumstances. Do you mean change mentally or in status too? It starts mentally, like mental and then status. I think if I'm interpreting your question correctly, yeah, mentally, because you can't change your status unless you change the way your molecules are arranged, so to speak. And when I say like the way your molecules are arranged, I mean like the way your brain is wired and the way that it's like programmed, or the consciousness that you have. Do you believe that some things aren't in our control or everything is? I'm still figuring that out because, like, don't get me wrong, like, even back to what we were talking about before, like my childhood or whatever. I couldn't, as a child, control things because, like, I was a child. Do you believe that some things aren't in our control, or do you believe everything is? There are things that aren't in our control, but what is in our control is how we let those things affect us. But I'm still figuring that out. Because, like, I don't believe that I dealt with the stuff that I dealt with growing up because I chose to deal with that. That was on my parents. To an extent. Yeah, that was on my parents. On it, like, if I'm, like, just quickly thinking of it, yeah, that was, like, really on them. But I'm still figuring that out. But, like, for example, like, when you hit the age of, like, like, not age of consciousness, but when you get to the age to where, like, you start understanding how the world works, like, when you start maturing, basically, the way I see it right now is, like, once you start hitting that age where you're maturing and you're starting to understand things, then you start to become in control of, like, you start thinking more. You like, your thoughts dictate your reality, you know? What's up, Minecart? What's up, dude? And that's why I think we can control us, what we think, how we act, how we react, but we can't control others and like random events. We can't control others like random events. I would say we can't control others. Like, for example, I can't control you like a robot, but if I use my imagination, I could change circumstances in your. I could probably change circumstances in your life. Like, you can use your imagination to. It's gonna sound crazy, but you can use your imagination because your imagination is what creates. Like the example I gave before. This phone was first a thought in somebody's mind, and then it got manifested and made into a physical thing. You can think somebody like, and there's examples of this. There's people who have literally done this before and who are still doing this. It's just not widely known. Let's say you have somebody who, here's a good example. You have somebody who is unemployed. You have a friend that's unemployed, and you think in your mind of them being employed, them just getting hired, them having a good job. You start thinking things like that to the point where you feel them, and you even, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm still learning about it. But you can use your imagination to change somebody's circumstances in that way. But that is on the person if they're willing to accept those things. It's like mentally giving somebody a gift. It's up to them to actually take the gift and like open it. But if they don't open it, this is something that I learned like last night, that I read last night, that if they don't open and receive that gift, it's going to come right back to you. So it better be like when it says, do unto others what you would have them do unto you. If you are going to give somebody a gift in that sense, you have to be willing to have that for yourself if it comes back. What's up, Bodie man? Would you consider that as praying? Yes, you could look at that as a way of praying. The way that I look at praying has completely changed from how it used to be. I don't think praying is like, it's not what I thought it used to be at all. But does that make sense? Like, yeah, you can't control people, but you can use your imagination and create circumstances for them. And you can do that in bad ways, or you can do that in good ways. But if you do it in bad ways, that can come right back to you. For example, you do unto others what, like, that's a law. Do unto others what you would have them do unto you. I don't want to think something about someone or a circumstance that would happen to somebody that I wouldn't be willing to have for myself. So therefore, you would want to think of good things, positive things like health, prosperity, so like just things that you would want for yourself. You know? Because I'd be lying if I said you can't use that, or like what I'm talking about in bad ways, or what I've been learning in bad ways. You definitely can. But this stuff is all set up in a way to where if you do that, you better be willing to have it come back to you, and you reap. I don't know if you reap what you sow is the right way to put it. Yeah, just don't do something that you wouldn't want done to you, basically.
He is spitting some real woke ass shit for real no cap.
One of the main things though is that like your imagination, and I talked about it earlier, and it wasn't easy for me to wrap my mind around, but it makes sense now, and I like your imagination, your consciousness is God. You know? It is. When you were talking about how everything we look at is somebody else's idea, it reminded me of something Mark Twain said. He said that there are no original ideas. I think there's more to that. Einstein even talked about, like, there's a quote that Einstein had about imagination. So all ideas are just a remix of existing knowledge, experiences, and inspirations. Let me look up that Einstein quote really quick. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. I don't know if that's the one that I was thinking of, but yeah, like your imagination. Hold up. I think you're getting what I think you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because like it's really simple. Like a lot of this stuff is really simple. Like this computer that I'm using right now started in a man's mind, in a man's imagination. And here it is. Created. And like the way that I used to look at things sometimes was like, God created all things. Yes. But all things, all physical things that we have that isn't the earth itself all started in the mind of man. Therefore, whatever is in the mind of man in one way or another is God. It like yeah. Like it even gets into the phrase I am. Like that's a phrase that's used a lot in, I think, specifically the Old Testament. I am. Like Moses said, I am sent me. I am is the way that I've understood it is I am is your consciousness. Like you knowing that you exist is I am. And that's hard to explain. That's kind of hard to explain. Cause like you being conscious is you saying I am. I think that's the right way to word it. You knowing that you exist and you being conscious is you saying I am. Like that is your I am. I think that's the right way to explain it. I think that's the right way to explain it. I'm gonna switch over to Counter-Strike. I'm like not locked in on this game at all anymore. I'm like, I feel like surfing right now. it can be a scary thing to think about too. I mean, it can be a scary thing to think about. Do you enjoy talking about philosophical stuff like this with others? Kind of, but honestly, there's times where I choose not to, because the only people, it's like the people that I would want to like talk about it with would probably be in complete opposition to it, just based off of their traditional Christian consciousness, so to speak. You know? Because like I said before, the phrase your consciousness, your imagination is God basically goes against the way that I used to look at it completely. I used to look at it as if God was like this being in heaven, unreachable unless you like pray, which the way that I was even praying wasn't right. It's like there was a disconnection there. And even with the way that traditional Christianity explains it, there's still a separation there. You are still not, like, for example, I don't know if I said this one earlier. It's like with the Bible, there's the Old Testament that has the Father. There's the New Testament where it has the Son. The Son, this just came to mind because I heard it earlier. God became man so man could become God. God became man so man could become God. And that doesn't mean the same, like the example that I gave earlier. You have a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini has a lot of different parts. There is the Lamborghini as a whole, which in this example, if I'm explaining it correctly, would be God. Let's say you're the engine. You are a part of God. You have, I don't think the Lamborghini is a good example. Damn it. I think you see what I mean. I think it's able to see my point. But it's also, I'm still learning, and I like kind of keeping some of this stuff to myself. I mean, I'm live on YouTube right now talking about it, so I guess it's kind of doesn't make much sense for me to say. But like, I'm not gonna hop in a Discord call with somebody and talk about this just so that they can like try and go back and forth with me and like condemn me for believing this, or you know, call me to repent, like whatever the fuck. Like I'm not gonna do that, because it's one of those things too to where like it won't, if you're not ready to have it make sense, then you're not ready to make it focuses on having a very personal relationship with Jesus. And like the Catholics, we're taught to talk to him, not just ask for whatever we want. That's, yeah, I mean, because I would have put myself in that category previously too, and I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to look down on anybody. It's just, how do I want to word this? Focuses on having a very personal relationship with Jesus, unlike Catholics. Taught to talk to him, not just ask for whatever we want. What if I told you your consciousness is Jesus? Like your consciousness, your consciousness and imagination is. Like, does that make sense? Like, it probably doesn't. It might. I don't know. Honestly, there's like 3 lectures that I have in the Discord server right now in that new section that I added, where if you listen to those, it'll make a lot more sense. Like the way he explains it makes more sense. because he's able to use like scripture and verse, like he's able to use, and he takes questions from the audience. Like it's all there. It's just the way that it's explained, I guess. You mean if someone wants to ask for help through prayer, they should first try to fix it with their own consciousness? Hold on. One of the verses that comes to mind is Joel 3:10. Joel 3:10. Yeah, I'm not going to use Bible Gateway. For example, Joel 3:10. Where did it go? This verse has an example of what you're trying to say. Yeah, Joel 3:10. Let the weak say I am strong. That's one of the examples. Basically, what I mean by fixing it with your consciousness is like, here's a good way of explaining it. Creation is finished. Everything is already created. Like when it comes to God, creating humans. I don't know if I can explain this properly. I mean, if somebody wants to ask for help through prayer, they should first try and fix it within their own consciousness. Okay. Let's say somebody wants to ask for financial help in prayer. We are told when we pray to Mark 11:24. Whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. And what else do we got? There's one in James that I'm thinking of. It's not it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, for example, if you need financial help and you pray from a point of like, God, please help me, I need funds, so on and so forth, immediately right off the bat, you're doing it wrong, because you're completely doing the opposite of believing that you have it. So when it comes to praying, it's not a matter of asking and then expecting to just have it given to you somehow, some way, which really, I mean, you don't really know. This is it. This is what I was looking for. Okay, I got them both right here. Where's KJB? Okay, basically, if you pray for financial help, one of the main places people will go wrong right off the bat is believing that they have received them. Like, you know, if anything you truly believe comes true, then it would kind of seem like we don't need God. So maybe how it works is that God gives us the opportunity and it's our job to take it. I guess really, like, manifestation only works if you put the effort into it, in my opinion. When you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave from this wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. And then, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. This one, for example, the way this is explaining it is not in a way of praying and asking God for money. Like, God, please give me money, please, I'm struggling, so on and so forth. This is telling you to believe that you have money and it will be yours. And this gets like directly into the law of attraction, because you attract what you are. This gets into quantum physics too. This gets into like scientific quantum physics, proven quantum physics. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it. If you are giving off the vibration, I don't know if that's the right way of explaining it. I don't know if I like using that word. Basically, prayer should be believing that you have something and being thankful that you have it and truly feeling like you have it and yeah, basically that's I think that's what I'm trying to say. And then James, when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind. It's like you can't pray for something and then sit there and like be anxious and frustrated on like, okay, well, when is it gonna show up? When is it this? It's like you pray, acknowledge that you have it, believe 100% that you have it, and then go on as if you have it. You just go on as if you have it. Basically. I'm trying to think if there's... I guess there isn't a chapter in here that's about. Interesting. So if you believe something and it comes true, the Bible would say God gave you that, not yourself. Exactly, but it would be... It all starts... Hold on, let me think about this. You believe something and it comes true. Right there. You believe something. You imagine something. That goes right to your consciousness. You consciously imagine and believe something, it comes true because it started from your consciousness and your imagination. You see what I mean there? For example, you think and feel like I wonder if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Because that all starts in your imagination and your consciousness, your mind. It all starts in your mind. It starts directly in your mind. Your mind, your consciousness, your imagination, kind of the same, similar three things. They all fall under the same category. Is God. Like, because yes, I would 100% say yes, God gave you that. That is from God. But it's not from this distant God that you don't have a connection to and that you're not able to tap into. Like, He is right here within all of us. Like, we are all made in His image. Like, God became man so that man, this is just an example that I heard earlier. God became man so man could become God. That doesn't mean that, like the example that I gave, just because you're a part on the Lamborghini doesn't mean you're the whole Lamborghini. You're a part of it. You have the same qualities, but you're not the Lamborghini. Yeah. It's also the type of thing too to where like I don't like if it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna try and like force anybody to believe what I believe, but like it makes sense to me, and it wasn't the easiest thing for me to really wrap my mind around. But like this stuff is very real. Yeah, I've got this. We do have the Holy Spirit, which will probably be what you're talking about too. That gets into the Trinity, and like I honestly don't really know where. I haven't really gotten too deep into that. I haven't really gotten into that yet, honestly. But am I scrolling on Reddit right now? Yeah. I'm kind of blanking right now. Basically, yeah, and that's I would say stick to the Bible, yeah. It's just the Bible is an Eastern book, and if you interpret it from a Western lens, it's not going to like you're not going to get the real message of it. I have recommendations on sources where stuff like this can be learned. It's just a matter of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play some surf. And brainstorming. Yeah, that's understandable. And there's been things. I also don't know exactly what you mean by things you can't control. Are you talking about like other people? I think that's where I'm like kind of hitting a roadblock. 'Cause I don't know exactly what you mean by things that you can't control. This would also be a way easier conversation to have verbally.
Impressive.
Which I'm not saying like needs to happen or anything, but like just saying. I've been in a situation for a long while now, and sometimes you just feel stuck when it has to do with others in the situation you've been put into. To do with like when the situation has to deal with others, like when it has to do with like other people, like playing a part in something. Yeah, like I personally, if like you're interested, I would be willing to hop in like a VC and talk about it, because I feel like it'd just be a lot easier to like see what you mean and like explain where I'm coming from better. Because it's like it's hard for me to reply to that because I don't know exactly what circumstance it is, and I wouldn't even need to know like the exact circumstance. But it's like, are you referring to like others or like something with yourself? You know? Because like I would say, my situation is pretty bad. With how my situation is, it doesn't exactly. Yeah, that's valid. I mean, you literally only have like so many words that you can type into a chat message. Hmm.
Impressive.
It might not be the answer that you're looking for, but I do believe that you could think your way out. Like, there's a way that you can get out of it. I do believe that there is a way that you can get out of it. There is a way that you can use your mind and your imagination out of it. I don't know the exact way, but I do believe that there is a way. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that well, because for example, one of the main things that is like when you manifest something, so to speak, the way that that thing comes about is like that's out of your control. Like, you're not supposed to control the out. Like, let's say somebody manifests, or they're trying to manifest money. If they condition it and they try and say or can give it conditions on it needs to come this way, it needs to come at this time, it needs to happen this way, this person needs to give it to me, that's already that it's not, it doesn't work like that. Like, basically your subconscious is the way that it does things. Nobody knows. Like, no man knows how it operates, because it's like there's the conscious, which is what I'm using to surf and have a conversation right now, and there's the subconscious that is like, it's nobody really knows how it works. It just does. It just is. So that I would, yeah, that's, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a gamble, but you know, you can manifest something and it can come about in a way to where it's like, oh, well, maybe it didn't happen the way that you wanted it to happen, but it happened and you called it into happening. You know? But yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. Like, that's not a wrong way to look at it. What I would suggest is figure out, and this is one of the, actually here, this is literally, where is it? Read it straight from here, because this is where I Oh, you're right. You're good. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. But I mean, if you would want to, I'm not opposed to it. It's just a lot easier to talk about this type of stuff like verbally, you know. I'm trying to find something. That I marked. Because it has to do basically with exactly what you just said. Here it is. Here it is right here. The first step in changing the future is desire. That is, define your objective. Know definitely what you want. Secondly, construct an event, imagine an event, which you believe you would encounter following the fulfillment of your desire. An event which implies fulfillment of your desire. Something which would have the action of self-predominant. Thirdly, this gets into stats. Thirdly, immobilize the physical body and induce a condition akin to sleep by imagining that you are sleepy. Lie on a bed, relax in a chair, then with your eyelids closed and your attention focused on that action you intend to experience in imagination. Mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action, imagining all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now. It's basically like, know what you want, define exactly what you want. Like, let's say you want to, I don't know, have your own place. Know that that is what your desire is. And then you imagine something that would happen after you get that desire. Like somebody, like you giving a tour of the house to somebody or your apartment to somebody. And them telling you like, oh, like it's beautiful. Like you have a really nice apartment. Then the third step is like the period of time right before you doze off into sleep is like a very important time. That's why there's people who say that you should never go to sleep in a bad mood. But if you like replay that scene over and over as you're falling asleep, that is one of the main ways that you can actually manifest that, basically. That's really it. Know exactly what you want. Create and imagine a scene in your head that would happen after you get what you want. And then fall asleep thinking of that event, like on repeat. And then if you do that, it'll eventually happen. That's like the main, that's like one of the main teachings of this guy. It's like the main thing. And yeah. But after you do that, it's out of your control on how it happens. Like it's out of your control on how that happens. Like, for example, even when you pray, like let's use the praying thing for example. When you pray for something, it's not in your control how you receive that thing. I think that's a good way to explain it. It's not in your control how you receive said thing at all. That is completely out of your control. And I think then it gets into the point of like, okay, like, are you, for me, it's like I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. I don't tell anybody what I want. I don't, that's also one, like, you're not supposed to, like, you're supposed to keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody. Tell no man. There's a verse for that too. Go and tell no man, Jesus said to somebody after he healed them. But it's like, are you willing to
Impressive.
I guess put yourself above, I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Are you willing to let happen whatever needs to happen in order for you to get what you truly want? And it doesn't have to be bad. Like, it's, you know, really goes into desire what your desire is and why you may or may not be desiring said thing. Because people can desire things that aren't good, you know, like, but I think that's the way that I can explain it that makes the most sense. It's just like you can't condition it. Which is, I mean, it can be kind of hard at first to do that because it's like, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's a matter of like detaching from like the outcome, I guess. Are you into reading at all? There's one, I know I have like a bunch of books behind me. I have a bunch of books behind me, but realistically, like there's one main, like the message is very simple. And like the books that I have behind me are on different topics too. But when it comes to this, it's like, I could send you the link if you're interested, but how much even is this? It's not that expensive. Not even that's a matter of, I mean, it's a book. Books aren't that. How much did I pay for this one? $12. And it's got, what has it got in it? It's got 3 books, a pamphlet, a Q&A, televised talk, chapter from a book, 2 vinyl records that are transcripted. I would highly recommend. Like if what I'm saying intrigues you and you want to know more, it's not hard to, like, it's a really easy read. Like, for example, one of the books that I've been reading, it's like, it's got 9 chapters and each chapter is like 2-3 pages long. But I'll send you the link for it. I mean, you can get the ebook on Kindle too or whatever, but it's definitely a good start. Definitely a good start. And even some of the lectures that I have in the Discord server, it's like they all pretty much have the same point. Where's the why did they make the share buttons? Like, I'm trying to. I want to send like a super long link, but I guess it might have to be a super long link. Long ass link. Yeah, but that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's $12 that I do not regret spending. That is for sure. And I have basically all this guy's books now. He's got like 10 books, and they're short, they're to the point. And actually, I think the last one, because like here's the main one. It's all of his books in one. And the last one is called The Law and the Promise, and it's literally just people who wrote in testimonies to him. Like, he asked people to write in their experiences that they've had with the stuff that he teaches, and it's people talking about how there's a couple who wanted this building. They wanted to build an apartment complex. They applied what this guy taught. They got it. Like, so many experiences of people who have applied what this guy is teaching and they got it. And another thing that I like about this guy too is when he went around giving lectures and stuff, he wouldn't ask for money from anybody. Like he didn't. He basically warned of people who were trying to sell you this type of stuff. I'm not gonna sit on here and like try and like defend the guy and be like, oh, like trying to defend his credibility. It's just like, the way I see it, if you're not interested, and you know, like, not like you specifically, but like, if let's say I'm explaining this in a short or something, and somebody's like, oh, that's all bullshit, bro. It's like, all right, have a good one. Like, have a good one. I'm not gonna try and make you believe it. I'm not gonna try and defend whoever wrote it. Like, I'm not, like, if you don't want to like at least give it a try, because that's one of the main things that he taught was like, he had this thing called the ladder method, to where
Impressive.
when did you discover him? Like April, like late March, early April, kind of. So like very recently. But I started watching stuff on YouTube and I realized that a lot of the stuff that they were talking about is literally from this guy. They're just like repackaging it in different ways without giving you the solid, like, straight to the point answer. So I'm like, fuck, I want to get straight to the, like, I want to go straight to the source. So I did, and I'm like, wow, okay. But he had this thing to where he would, actually, let me just pull this up here so I can read it. I'm not misquoting it. He had this ladder method. The ladder technique. So where I think during one of his first lectures or whatever, he told people, try this technique, and if it doesn't work for you, do not come back. But the next meeting is going to be for those who did try it and they saw that it was real. Basically, trying to find somebody who see where it's like written out. Is 5 lessons. Yeah, basically, I can confidently say I found the source. Okay, I think I found it. The difference will be appreciated if you will now visualize yourself climbing a ladder. Then, with eyelids closed, imagine that a ladder is right in front of you and feel yourself actually climbing it. Experiences taught me to restrict. I still don't think that's. I'm looking for like because it's something he would verbally tell the people during one of his lectures. It's like basically tell yourself you are not going to climb a ladder. Write it down. Like he would tell people, write it down everywhere. Write it on pieces of paper, put it everywhere. Write it on a sticky note and put it in your wallet. I am not going to climb a ladder. Visualize yourself. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. By imagining climbing a ladder every night before sleep while affirming I will not climb a ladder during the day, the subconscious belief manifests the action, proving imagination creates reality. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Neville Goddard's ladder experiment is often a 100% successful psychological exercise designed to prove that intense subconscious impressions, visualizations, override conscious affirmations, waking thoughts. By imagining climbing a ladder every night before sleeping, while saying or affirming I will not climb a ladder during the day, the subconscious belief manifests the action, proving imagination creates reality. That's it. For 3 nights, yeah, this is what he would say. For 3 nights, visualize yourself climbing a ladder vividly. Like, close your eyes and, like, imagine that there's a ladder in front of you. And, like, don't use your actual arms, but, like, imagine yourself, like, actually using your imaginal arms climbing up a ladder. Do that as you fall asleep. And then during the day, you tell yourself, I will not climb a ladder. And then next thing you know, you're climbing a ladder. Like it just happens. Basically. That was really kind of drawn out. But I want to get things straight from the source. I don't want to like misquote or explain things when it comes to this stuff because of like how real and like legit this stuff gets, especially because there's so much bullshit out there. There's so many people who have like who are just spewing bullshit, and this guy really resonates with me because he was the exact opposite. He didn't want your money. He didn't want anything from you. He just wanted to explain and show you that if you believe and you apply it, it will work. Like, it will work. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will eventually harden into fact. What time is it? 12:02. Yeah, I was thinking I'm probably gonna head out in a little bit too, and honestly, probably go read. Probably gonna go read or listen to like a lecture or something. I did not plan on getting into this stuff during the stream, but yeah, that was a good conversation too. I'm gonna leave this uploaded because I just plan on leaving most of my streams uploaded now. So if I said something wrong in this stream, oh well. Oh well. But I think you might be the only one in here right now too, which is convenient. So that gives me a chance to dip on out here. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you do join the Discord server, all that stuff. yeah, when it comes to everything that I talked about, try it yourself. Try it yourself. If not, Godspeed. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll be live again tomorrow at the same time. And I look forward to seeing you guys then.